Okay, so Giants fans, listen up. It's time for a deep dive. And you know what we're diving into, Ryan.
The quarterback situation, of course.
Yeah, it's January, and that means the hot stove is burning. We're talking 2025, and things in New York, they look pretty interesting right now.
Interesting is one word for it.
We're working with this article called The New York Giants Quarterback Dilemma, Exploring Options for 2025. And I think that sums it up pretty well.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look at this article and see what we can figure out about what the Giants might do, but more importantly, what they should do. What do you think? What's the mission here for this deep dive?
Well, I think, like you said, the Giants are at a crossroads, right? It is a dilemma. They need a quarterback, but they've got a lot of different options. And so we need to kind of like sift through those options and figure out, what makes the most sense for them moving forward.
Yeah, and this is not just a one-year decision. This is a decision that could have implications for years down the road.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This is a franchise-altering decision that they're going to have to make.
So the article starts out, by quoting General Manager Joe Schoen, and he says that they're going to explore every avenue. Trades, free agency, the draft. He didn't rule anything out.
Which is smart. At this point, you can't rule anything out. You got to be open to anything.
But it seems like that draft might be a little bit tricky this year.
Yeah, well, especially because you look at the teams picking ahead of the Giants. You've got the Titans, you've got the Browns, and both of those teams desperately need a quarterback.
Yeah, that's not good for the G-men.
So you've got guys like Cam Ward and Shedder Sanders projected to go in the top 10. If both of those guys are off the board by the time the Giants are picking two, that really limits their options in the draft.
So maybe they look to the trade market then, and there's this really interesting possibility that the article brought up of trading for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he had a down year in 2024 with the Vikings, got benched at one point. So it's possible that they are ready to move on from him and that big contract of his.
Yeah, and we're talking about a 4-year, $180 million contract with 3 years remaining. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Right.
But maybe the Giants could get a bit of a discount, a distressed asset sale, if you will.
Yeah, maybe something like what the article floated, a 4th-round pick and Cordell Flott.
That's not bad, especially when you consider that the Falcons got a 3rd-round pick for Matt Ryan a few years back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right.
Of course, Cousins did not have a great year last year, so his value might have taken a hit. But then, again, the Vikings are kind of stuck with him.
Right.
They want to get out of that contract. But it's not that easy, right? Because there's a potential out after 2025 WT, if they were to cut him, there's a $25 million dead cap hit.
Oh.
And for listeners who maybe don't know what a dead cap hit is, that basically means that $25 million would still count against their salary cap, even if Kirk Cousins is no longer on the team.
Yeah.
So that's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, it is. So you got to weigh that. You got to weigh that risk.
So help me understand this. Why would the Giants even consider trading for Kirk Cousins?
Well, I think the big thing is stability. Right now, they have no quarterbacks under contract for 2025.
Wow.
So Cousins would be, that veteran presence, that guy who could come in and immediately stabilize the position.
Kind of like a bridge to the future while they maybe try to draft and develop another quarterback.
Exactly. And they might not even have to draft a quarterback. You could sign somebody. There are other free agent options out there. The article didn't really get into those too much, but maybe there's a veteran quarterback out there who's a little bit younger, a little bit more, dynamic than Cousins, but could still come in and provide that same kind of stability. Who knows?
It's a fascinating situation.
Yeah.
And a decision with huge consequences. I mean, this isn't just about filling a spot on the roster. This is about shaping the identity of the franchise.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So, Giants fans out there, what do you think? If you were Joe Schoen, what would you do? Would you take a chance on Cousins and that contract? Would you go for a rookie quarterback in the draft? What about some of those other free agent options that are out there? It's a tough call, but it's a call that the Giants are going to have to make, and it'll be fascinating to see what they do.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, that's our deep dive on the Giants quarterback situation. Be sure to check out the article, The New York Giants Quarterback Dilemma, Exploring Options for 2025. And let us know what you think they should do. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the world of football. Until then, keep those helmets shined and those spirits high.
And keep those debates going.
Absolutely.
There's no easy answer here.
Nope, not at all.